friends, what's going on? Michelle Modere coming in live from my bathroom. I wanted to pop on because I've been using the new Sunless Tanner Foam and I'm obsessed with it. I had shared my before and afters in the group, so definitely check them out. But I wanted to make sure that everybody's using it the right way so that way they love it as much as I do, because I've been hearing a lot of people ordered it, they were super excited about using it, and they haven't yet. And I think just a lot of times people get super nervous about using a selfless tanner, sunless tanner, not a selfless tanner, because they're afraid of it making them orange, looking like an Oompa Loompa. They're afraid it's, you know, getting streaky. And I don't want you to feel that way, because this is magic. And the way that they formulated it, I'm going to help you make sure that you put it on and you love it from the very first application. So if you haven't heard of this yet, it is the only sunless tanner that has collagen in it. So not only are we putting this on our body and going to give ourselves a really nice glow without being out in the sun, which I am in from New York, and so it's freezing right now. And so I was extra pasty, and I was like, when they came out with this, I was like, send it over by the gallon, because I am ready to have my glow back. And the truth of it is like, we know that we really shouldn't be outside in the sun anymore as much as we used to love to sit and bake. I remember the days of like, I grew up and like my parents would have like the foil, you know, like baby oil and foil. Can't do that anymore, okay? You know that the true sun, sitting and baking in the sun all day, what does it do for us besides the fact that it could cause skin cancer, which would be terrible, right? But we also know that it aids in our fine lines and our wrinkles and different marks on our skin. So clearly we want to be smart about what we're doing. But we're not here for that kind of talk. We're here for this baby kind of talk. So if you're noticing, like, so when I tested it out, I wanted to test one leg. So this leg is a little darker, so I'm going to match this one for us. I did do it on my face as well. And you'll see, like, it's a very natural, gradual, sun-kissed look, okay? I'm not going to look. It's not an instant tanner. It is a clear tanner, and it builds over time. So you want to allow at least 4 to 8 hours for the color to actually come out. I noticed within 3 hours color. So when I did my first application, I did it on a Thursday morning, whatever day of the week it was, it doesn't matter. I did it in the morning and 3 hours later, I noticed my face had more color because I compared it to my hand, right? And then I did it in the morning on my one coat on my leg. And then I actually waited until the following day to do the second coat on my leg. So you want to allow time. I recommend, especially if you're new to adding toner onto your skin, giving it time and having patience. So it is buildable, and I definitely noticed like my leg the next day even darker than it was before I went to bed. So give it time, let it gradually apply it. It's called a buildable sunless tanning foam. So number one, to have a successful tanning session, you want to have a clean body. So jump out of the shower, and I definitely recommend exfoliating, because a lot of times we have uneven color, and that's a lot of people's fear. And it's because the skin needs to be exfoliated. So I recommend using either your natural exfoliator, dry brushing. If you have a dry brush at home, definitely do that with at least 24 hours before you do it. I love the Modair Body Bar. If you guys have never tried it, it comes in a 3-pack. It's amazing. Not only is it great for sensitive skin, but it has like seed butter in it. So it has like little exfoliant pieces in there. So I love to use this as an exfoliant. And I also get the exfoliant cleanse for the face wash. And so you could put this on your body, but I love this when I do my face. So I exfoliate my face in the shower, exfoliate my body, and then when I get out of the shower, my body is prepped for getting, for putting the foam on it, okay? Then also I suggest, if you're gonna shave, now's a good time to do it. So make sure you shave before you do the tanning on your legs as well, okay? So that's number one. We do wanna avoid uneven color. So by doing that, you're gonna make sure that you're exfoliating before you're gonna put your tanner on. Okay, number two, a lot of times people are concerned about, I wrote notes over here so I don't mess up. Oh, number two, people are concerned about having stained palms and cuticles. Okay, here we go. So first of all, when you purchase, if you got it with the introductory, you got the mitt. So you can get it with or without the mitt. So if this is your first time purchasing and using, I definitely recommend getting the mitt. Now you can do this without a mitt, okay? I know a lot of people that have this theory that the mitt sucks in the foam and you lose product. I don't really believe in that, whatever. But so if you don't want to use the mitt, you could definitely put it on your hands and apply it. My recommendation is for you to remember that the foam is still a sunless tanning foam. Okay, so if you put this on your palms and you don't wash your hands after, you're gonna have orange palms. And we don't want that. Nobody wants that. Okay? So if you're not using the mitt and you decide to do the application, make sure that you put it in your hand, apply, and then I always recommend having baby wipes on the side or the sink with soap and water. Okay? But you definitely want to make sure that you're washing your hands after you do your application so you avoid the orange hand situation. Also, cuticles. So I personally, before I prep for any sort of sunless tanning situation, I love to take a little bit of moisturizer and put it in the places that I know my body is extra dry, and then I could avoid that stained look. So places that I typically put it would be on my cuticles. So I put it on my hands and I make sure I just rub it on my cuticles. Again, I'm using the mitt, so it's typically not an issue, but if you're not using mitt, it's definitely important. But even so on the feet, right? So I use the body butter. We have a hands and body lotion as well. I really like the body butter and I use it in the winter all the time because my skin tends to be really, really dry. Then this is super, super helpful in all those extra dry places, especially like at the bottom of your feet and your elbows and your knees. So what I do is I take this body butter, running low, and I will make sure that I put it like on the top of my feet and in my heels and on my knee and at the back of my ankle, okay? Because those are all the dry spots on my leg, on my feet, on the top of my toes and my toe cuticles, right? And my knee. And that just makes sure that the foam is not gonna like seep into like the extra dry nooks and crannies. Okay, so I have a nice smooth look on my leg. Okay. Streaking. Nobody wants to have a streaky body. And so the best way to do that is to make sure that you're moisturized. Now, what I will say is that moisturizers are meant to build up a layer on top of your skin. So this is why I'm not saying get out of the shower and moisturize and then put the foam on. No, I think going to the shower, use the soap. I even like the shower gel, super moisturizing. So you're in the shower, you're gonna use the exfoliator, you're gonna put your shower gel on, you're gonna come out, you're gonna pat it dry, you're gonna use your lotion, put it in just the places that you know are extra dry, top of your feet, heels, knees, okay? And then you're prepped and ready to go. All right, so I put it on my mitt. Now another thing to avoid a streaky look is making sure that you're using enough product. You definitely don't wanna be chintzy. Now I know you're probably like, that's gonna make me use all this product. Look, the truth of it is you're not gonna really need that much. It's buildable. So you're gonna put on probably like 1 or 2 applications and then maybe put on like 2 applications a week, depending on, you know, how your skin absorbs with it. So, oh, just lost that. Did you see that? So I just make sure I get in all the places. And like I put that lotion on the top by my toes so I know that they're not going to get orange there. And then just smooth it in. What I really loved, like the first moment that I used this, was how hydrated my legs were. So first of all, like I said, I live in New York, so wherever you live, drop below. It's freaking cold here. Is it cold by you? Let me know. It's cold here. And my house has dry heat. And so the truth of it is my legs are typically really, really dry, like gross dry, like alligator dry. So if I'm not diligent about my moisturizing routine, it's pretty gross. What I noticed was I used this, my legs were silky and hydrated for 24 hours. Like I woke up the next morning and I looked at my husband and I was like, do you see that this leg is so hydrated and now tan, and this one is dry and pasty? So I was really, really shocked with that. And that's because it has the collagen and hyaluronic acid in it. So it's amazing. Okay, I think I'm good. So what I want you to also know, if you're new to putting a foam on, because it's not an instant color and because this is clear, it can be like deceiving. Like maybe I want to sit here all day and just keep putting more and more and more and more on. Don't do it. Take off the mitt, let it air dry a minute, okay? And then what's really cool about this is that we don't have to worry about color transfer, which is a lot of issues with using a sunless tanning foam too. You don't have to worry about this with, okay? You're not gonna be getting orange on your clothes. You know, if you have a t-shirt on, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about it like being all over your furniture, in your house, in your beautiful bathroom. Now, if it does fall on the floor, obviously make sure you wipe it up with a wet towel just to make sure you're cleaning it the right way. But you don't really have to worry about it. It does dry super quick, but do give it a minute to allow it to properly dry before you go get your clothes on and go about your day. A lot of people prefer to do something like this at night, so that way when they wake up, they have a nice glow. But really, any time of the day, it doesn't matter. Just whatever works for you. What's my last note? Oh, and then worrying about fading. So like I said, it's buildable. So you're gonna see what you want. Like I noticed within 24 hours, like my leg was still a nice color. So it takes anywhere between 4 to 8 hours for it to develop. It has like a really nice smell. It's like vanilla coconutty, super hydrating. Okay, and in between your coloring sessions, so like I did 2 applications, I was really happy with that. And I think I'm gonna let that go. Like I'm not gonna do another application on here, probably for like another 2 days, okay? In the meantime, what you wanna make sure you're doing to keep it longer, just like anything else in life, guys, if we want anything to stay good, our bodies from the inside out, you gotta hydrate it, okay? So I highly recommend using the hand and body lotion daily on your skin to make sure it stays nice and hydrated. Another great way to make sure that your skin is staying hydrated and plump and tone at the same time, we do pair it with the body firming foam, so don't get them confused. There are 2 different products and it was designed to work together with the body firming foam. So actually, before I got on camera, I put this one, I put the body firming foam on this leg. This was my tan leg anyway. But I'm gonna do it again. It looks exactly the same as the tanning firming foam. It has the collagen in it as well, but this has additional ingredients in it to help with firming and plumping up that skin and getting rid of that cellulite. I mean, another thing I could like bathe myself in, right? So we don't want to have uneven color. So you want to make sure you exfoliate beforehand. Make sure you shave your legs. You want to not have stained palms. So if you are not going to use the mitt, make sure that you wash your hands afterwards with soap and water, or always baby wipes are really great to have on hand. And you could use your body lotion, any body lotion really, to make sure that you're getting like in the cuticles or in like the super dry parts, which would be like your elbows, your knees, usually your ankles and your cuticles, okay? You don't want it to be streaky, so make sure you're using enough product and properly massaging it in all of the places, head to toe. And then you want to make sure that you allow it to dry before you put your other clothes on, but you shouldn't find any issues if you like, you know, I have not seen like any orange tone on any of my clothes or my bedding. I have white sheets, so, and I have white towels, so I haven't had an issue with that at all. And then make sure that you're hydrating in between your sessions to make sure that your color stays beautiful and glowing for a long period of time. So I hope you guys find this helpful. You could definitely put it on your face. Same thing, if you're gonna put it on your face, I'll do like another application. If you have Vaseline or a chapstick you want to put always on your lips. I'm using the Cell Proof Collagen Lip Compass. I use this in the winter too because, have I mentioned that my skin is typically very dry? And you could do that. So I turn my mitt around because I use my body on one side and for my face the other. You see I get all red because I get nervous being on camera. And that's it, guys. I don't have a magic trick. I literally just put the foam on. Just rub it in all the places. Make sure you always get it behind your ears, right? Up into the hairline. Push it like this. Just make sure it gets in all the places. Obviously, you don't want to get it in your eyeballs, but... And it's buildable. So, put some on. Let it sit. See how you feel. You want more? Do more. You don't want more? Don't do more. It's that easy. I promise. But, no Oompa Loompas here. Make sure you take your pictures and share them in the group when you put your sunless tanning on. Let us know how much you love it. I love it. And I hope you do too. Hope this was helpful. Bye.